And we return yet again for episode 21, Half Hour Henshin, keeping up with weekly tokusatsu and the writer and Sentai variety. As
Yes,
always,
we are.
I am Sleepy Witch Art, and joining me is
DJ Azure, the 2.5D Hero Tuber.
man, I love where we're at. I love how dense the episodes are. I think I said this before. You figured there'd be like a lull in like how dense the Geats episodes are, just kind of just where we are in the season, but they're still going.
Yeah, they are. They are. Oh my
Oof.
god.
I
Yeah,
love
there's still a lot.
we talked about this before. I do love how they're doing the like cutaway like questions to the characters in like the reality TV show format. And I do
Yeah,
really like how menacing it is because it is just like a void black room with like a single chair.
yeah, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty great too because because of the branding and it's like showing like scenes from the previous episode. It actually does have like the DGP branding. It actually goes into like it letterboxes itself a little bit. So it's and then when it actually goes to what's going on, it actually fills up the screen.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
okay, yeah,
pretty
this is actually
nice.
happening.
It's pretty
Yeah, it's
nice.
like production quality. Let's go.
Yeah, it's been nice. We got to see, we're going back to the ball game. Ball is life. You cannot escape it, even as a writer. Uh,
No, you cannot.
we're getting back to that second half of the Jamato ball. Which honestly, at the beginning already has like that really sick pose where they work together to get the goal in, and you
Hmm.
see Lopo and Ace off to the side, and Nago just like strumming the guitar. Very, very cool shot. Uh, but also, man,
Yeah.
it does feel hopeless when they do that. Like, yeah, we're finally winning, and the Jamato just like cannon arm like auto shoot.
Yep. Yep. From yeah, just from all the way there. Like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, it was a tough game. We get the intro, and now that you talked about it, like I should have realized it sooner. But the thing with the camera, like you said, makes a lot of sense now
Hmm.
that we know where they're doing reality TV stuff. Then we get
Hmm.
like a sports montage, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's funny. I mean, like they have to show off like the game itself being played.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and then you get
it,
to see Geets doing the ridiculous like gun double bullet like bouncing to get the double goal.
yep. And it's pretty cool though because he actually does have like an armed magnum, essentially armed blaster
Yep,
that he puts into the I already forgot what it was called, but yeah, he puts it into
to like the
that buckle.
dozer thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. And
Uh,
then you get to see Geets maybe notice Michinaga. And
hmm.
God, this producer guy, this new guy in charge is like, I don't know, he's funky, but like he has like the worst vibes, but I love him for it.
The worst vibes. You know what? I never thought about it in those specific terms, but yeah, his vibes are off,
His
man.
vibes are rancid. And then we get to see Kayla talk to the frog, and then we finally get we get a thing that I didn't even think about, which was the fact that he's always getting a boost buckle has been because he's had a sponsor this whole time.
Hmm.
Um, I love how Kayla just walks up and picks him up.
Yeah, it's like don't touch me. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's great. You
And
know,
then yes, Michinaga did see Ace, or Ace did see Michinaga, and also gives him food.
yeah, that was pretty nice of him. This thing with them together was pretty chill. We had some really good, like, really menacing shots of the Jamato forest, like with those eyes opening up and stuff. That was pretty sick. That was pretty good. I like how it was like subverting my expectations where I told you I thought maybe Michinaga is going to be a bad guy for a bit, and they're like,
Hmm.
no, he's kind of got his own vibe, maybe his own team to play for, and then he's got the power to crush all riders with the Jamato buckle, kind of thing. Then we get to see more of Lopo and Nago bonding, which is cute. I do like because this is the thing. Like so far, we haven't gotten to see too much with this disaster arc of Nago and Keiwa. and Nago being like, "Oh yeah, I don't buy that he's the disaster because I just don't think he's got like a mean bone in his body,"
Mm-hmm.
which was cute. I
And then of
love,
course, like, but then again, it's like it's starting to feel like Lobo is it because they're the quiet one
yeah,
and the cool, and it's like it's always like you've played enough Among Us where it's like, oh,
yeah,
they've been too quiet. It's them, and just unfounded. It's them.
yeah, and then especially then we get with the new director and him talking about how like happy endings aren't what the audience are here for. His
Yeah.
bro, this the talk with him about like entertainment. What else would entertainment be about? It's just about like action and spectacle. It's thrills and
Mm-hmm.
excitement above everything else. Bro, that's so meta.
It is.
Directly. And no, but I really like it. Ace. I love seeing Ace trying to open up the tycoon. He just makes like a full beef meal.
Yeah. It's it's always funny, like seeing them, and then yeah, and of course, like them like saying, "Hey, maybe really is not true." Like they put so much emphasis on saying that it's Sparrow, and I'm just like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's the thing I was telling you. I feel like they made it so obvious that I just didn't want to believe it.
No, no,
Writer, yeah.
I mean it's more like this time around they're really putting the focus on it. Like
Yeah,
this time, yeah, like this episode they really wanted to put the focus on. I'm like, wait a second, oh no.
yeah, and here's the thing. I think Writer, and specifically like Writer and Sentai can do a lot of these things because like sometimes it really is that simple. It's still
Mm-hmm.
made as a kids show, and sometimes it will just be like, yeah, the obvious, evil looking guy is gonna be evil. Kind of in the same way where it's like the JoJo meme where it's like, I wonder which person's the enemy stand user, and there's like one guy who's actually dressed like a stand user, and everyone else is just like, you're like, I wonder if it's him. Sometimes it just is like that.
It
Uh,
really is.
but then we get, in my opinion, going back to things being really meta, Buffa being caught by the producers and basically being taken away under the pretense that, oh, if death isn't real, it won't have a real impact on the show. like
Yeah.
people won't be invested if they know you could just come back willy nilly. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and then we also get the confirmation that the Jamato are just copying and not and aren't actually the previous writers, and I'm like, damn it.
They're not the previous writers, but it's still terrifying because they're
It
literally
is.
being used as fertilizer for them and stuff. It's pretty bad. Uh,
Yeah,
but
and then yeah, and after that we also get a Tycoon HUD, which is great. Like you
yes,
actually see like the mini map and all that stuff.
yes, that was very funny. We get to see the like Jamato ball. Uh, they're doing a what's it called, elimination match or death match to figure
Mhm.
it out. You figure out, like you said. I do like that they just have them in little like gardeners outfit, like that's what they decided their uniforms outside the thing are.
Yeah.
Uh, I just one of the things that I find kind of funny is that just I guess at some point they took Tycoon's jet away because he just doesn't
Makes
use it.
sense.
He just like, no, I get it, but like they just don't show that at all. So when he just transforms and he just has the helmet on, I'm like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but we get to see him make like a mad dash through, and then Lopo ends up giving him ninja,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean, it's cool seeing him go all out with the belt. I do really like the scene of him running up the building and up through things.
Yeah,
Uh,
you were excited about that from the preview last week.
yeah, yeah, getting to see the whole thing, and then getting to see him in the building, which is where we get the HUD shot. And then as you think like, oh, he's falling, he gets like reinforced with like the building from Geats. It was like very cool. Uh, and
Yeah,
then the thing that
such a
surprised me
blast.
is that he decided to like take on the blast like with the ninja strike. I
Mm-hmm.
thought I thought it was gonna turn out to be, like the body duplication. It was gonna like poof and be a dummy, but he just decided to like take it head on.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely something that man, it's
But
so cool. Like I'm just like wondering what else are you gonna do with the ninja buckle.
yeah, it was really sick too, and like everything, it is a cool visual seeing like the rider mask break and being able to see like the face underneath.
Yes, yeah. It's like, and the funniest thing too is that they zoom out after that, so they don't show that it actually was just like a CG mask. It wasn't a true broken helmet scene yet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like broken helmet scenes are like like third to last episode. Let's show someone about to die.
yeah. Those are some things that and then we get the vote, and
Mm-hmm.
the Sparrow gets voted out. And I do like that we get the confirmation that he wasn't the disaster, as well as
Mm-hmm.
we see Michinaga being dumped back into the floor.
Yeah, and then it said, no. Let's bring him back. Let's bring him back as a Jamato.
Yeah, and we're gonna see how that's gonna work. That scares me.
Yeah.
We get to see Jean talk to Ace a bit more, and they talk about that. And then we get, I don't know, this part unnerved me a little bit. Kay was talking to his sponsor, and he's being given, you might be the next, society. It's like, I can get my ideal world granted. And then he's got just this look. It's like, you need to unmask the disaster, and he's telling them that Mr. Bleeding has to go or you're not going to survive, and he looks up like with determination, and I'm just kind of like, no, being a bleeding heart guy is what's getting you through this. You don't understand.
Exactly. It's like we're getting the delayed. Like, oh yeah, he's okay. He's finally cracking, isn't he?
He's
He's
going
finally cracking.
edgy. Uh, and then we get the actual confirmation of the thing I was talking about before. That if the disaster is one of the final two players, they win by default. So yeah, the disaster has an advantage if they survive. We
Hmm?
knew about that. Next episode preview looks pretty sick. We get zombie tycoon, fruit based bombs. Interesting,
Yeah.
just general interesting vibes as we get to see a bunch of different
It was.
stuff, and then we get
It
to see.
was. It was. Yeah. When we saw the fruit based bombs, like everyone like was joking around. Oh my god! It really is just Geheim again.
Yep, and then we get to see someone offering Buffa his ideal world. So I'm worried about whatever's going on there.
Yeah, I believe that will be their sponsor. So pretty much we've seen if it is confirmed that they are their sponsor, then that means we have the main four and their sponsors like revealed. So we have Gene, we have the Frog, we have Neon's dad, and then we'll have like whoever this lady is for Michinaga.
Right. Yeah, that'll be intense.
Yeah, oh my god, there's so much stuff happening.
Yep.
Like I'm really curious as to like now how the show or how meta they're gonna be about. Oh, hey, Michinaga
Yeah.
is now a Jamato, and I want to see what goes on with that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be like a thing where he's like a Jamato, but like only in classification, and like if they're gonna have to kill him, like,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
that feels like it's gonna be rough. And
yeah.
then talking about some meta, some auto show stuff. I think I sent you a thing about this. But we're getting character songs.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I actually didn't have a chance to see it because I was kind
So
of.
so yeah, so all of the
I
actors are going to for Neon, Ace, Michinagi, and Keiwa are all going to get character songs that their actors are going to be singing. They're releasing February 5th. We have, Ace with the Star of Stars of Stars, for his song. We have Keiwa with Eyepiece, Neon's Beat of My Life, and Undead Fire for Michinaga. And I,
a
I love the images because all of them look, pretty chill and pretty normal. But Buffa has a little bit of an intimidating aura on the show, but his actor just looks like so happy and chill. His like headshot, I'm just like, oh, he just looks like a happy dude. That's pretty nice. You know,
yeah.
I don't
Oh
picture
man.
him like that at all right now.
But yeah, man, I love character songs because the last season we got a lot of people don't like it because it's revised, but We got George Karizaka's Rider System, and it is one of my favorite songs ever because I just love singing along with it.
I know you really like it. Yeah, it had a good video. It was a cool song.
Hmm.
But then
Yeah,
now
I,
we head on to the truly I
the
don't know, dense.
bonkersness.
Yeah, the dense of the
Yeah,
episode of the week, continuing with the situation of Don
yeah,
Brothers is
we're
ending, and we have, after this we have 5 episodes, and we're wrapping
we have
everything up.
5 episodes.
And
And actually, I should have said this earlier, but like talking about misleading episode previews. Dawn Brothers was mean last week with the episode preview because they subvert everything for the most part in this one.
yeah,
Like
yeah, they
I
they
was I was not expecting a bunch of the stuff in this episode.
yep,
Like
we get to
it's
see, yeah.
yeah, we're gonna see. Oh yeah, the answer is in my manga, and yeah, like we see so much stuff
Yeah,
that's happening
my
because of the
favorite
manga.
my favorite part about the answers in my manga part was the fact that it wasn't directly in her manga. Even as a joke, she couldn't bring herself to use the actual village name. She used like a legally distinct substitute that I thought was really funny.
Yup. Oh man. So we saw that, and then of course, we have Kijino
Kichida's
being
going crazy, and I just think it's intense that like he becomes a Hitotsuki again, and like they're fighting, and he won't even accept the fact that she's a bestial.
hmm and it's honestly it's kind of great. Like, whenever Bestial
Natsumi.
whenever Bestial Natsumi like basically starts talking to uh Taro, and I'm just like
Yeah.
it's
I also really
yeah.
love the scenes where the bestials fight in this episode because like since they don't actually transform, it just looks like normal ass people jumping up. It
Hmm.
looks great.
Yeah, it looks like a dress rehearsal.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. It looks like a dress rehearsal of cats. That's what the fight scene looks like.
Sure. That's fair enough.
I had to say it. Yeah.
Uh
Oh man.
and then we get to see more explanations about the manga, Taro and them on the bus right over, and Jiro. I just feel bad for Jiro this episode.
Yeah, like like no one likes him at all.
Yep.
Like
We have a
yeah,
we
and
have a we have a very fun scene in the elevator with the Cerebrans. The fact that they're just like chatting and being like, "What are we gonna do?" And then it's just like a regular like office elevator, and then they're getting squished.
yeah, exactly. And it's really funny too because like, right there like what we thought was going to be like, the episode's transformation was no, it was a dream sequence. Like what would happen if we joined them?
Yep. I also just really like that the other two basically are already wearing like their motivations on their sleeves. So no, he just wants to stick close to Tsubasa, and Sonosa just wants to like basically trade Haruka to being a great manga.
Yeah, and it's also great too because even in like the fantasy like roll call, Jiro shows up late.
Yeah,
It's so
he's
good.
look. They're accurate. They're accurate. They're doing what they need to. We
Yeah.
get to the house in which we find out that it turns out Jiro's dad has been a bestial this whole time.
And that's the penguin apparently. Like we finally learn who the penguin is.
Yep.
And it's kind of horrifying. It's actually really unsettling.
Yep.
Like the truth of him.
Yep. The truth of the whole matter of him being the penguin, him being like an I guess member of the Dawn clan that went off, became a bestial to keep the secret, and has basically lived for like 100 years while the other body just slowly withered away in the forest.
Yeah, that like the moment they basically like sure it was kind of like amusingly like seeing the other body looks funny because it's
Oh
like
yeah,
it's just a gray wig.
because they give him the
Yeah,
wig. The wig was so
yeah,
funky looking. Yeah, it wasn't
yeah.
believable. but it wasn't that believable. But honestly, like the story beat is pretty like
Yeah,
dark. It kind of
yeah.
like it gives you that
It's
like
like
pit in the bottom of your stomach. You're like, oh, this is not good.
it's like, are you the actual main villain now?
And it's like, no. I also just like the scene of Taro stuffing Tsubasa into the fridge. That was dumb, but I really enjoyed it. I also really like that we learned that Tsubasa can basically be convinced to do most things by just asking him politely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really funny. And then yeah, and then we see the scene from like the last frame of the episode preview, which is um Kijino looking for Miho, and then right after that, we basically just see him transform again. Like
Yep.
again,
Yep.
again, really. Oh
And
man.
then we get to
And then
see basically two new Cerebrans who come deal with Sanoni and Sanasa.
yep.
And like the actress for the purple lady, I don't know her name yet because I don't think they actually
Mhm.
said it in this.
I think it's Sono Go.
The
It's probably yeah, probably Sonogo or Sonoroku.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them because we don't know which one's which yet, right?
Yeah.
But she gives that like tiny smile when she looks at Sononi, which I thought was very funny.
hmm And then we also get like, and then we get a really unsettling scene where no, it wasn't just Rumi that's not a real person. It's his entire friend group.
Yeah,
That is that was what?
yeah, we get yeah. It wasn't even that it's just also sad, you know, like he's
Mm,
been out here trying so hard, but it also kind of makes sense. Like his friend group was basically really going deep into like the stereotypes, so maybe that was the point.
mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
he
they
just had
like
like the generic like manga side character buddies.
yeah,
Uh
like that was a crazy reveal. And then we basically see the penguin origami, and it's
yeah,
like about to be fed, and then Taro just says, "Screw it, I'll do it."
yeah, which you know makes sense. He wants to take responsibility for everything. But then
Mm,
we get to see they can't use Don Onitaijin because Kiji knows the monster
mm-hmm.
as they fight, and then we get to see new mech time, baby.
No, right? It's so funny how like it's so funny how we get to see it early.
Yeah,
Just see it early.
it's God Kuwagata. And everyone's like, wait, that can't be Tyra. They don't know what's going on. And then you were talking about how you thought it had a head switching mechanic, which I mean, it does. And I guess it can switch heads with Don Onitaijin, dude.
It's so funny.
I wonder if they're gonna explain this, like if this one at all. Like they're gonna be like, no. He
I I mean, in Zenkaiger, when Don Momotaro showed up, like they didn't really explain that either. He just showed up.
sure, yeah, fair enough.
hmm
The mech
And
the
then
mech is looking crisp. I do really like the mech
yes.
design. I love the bugs. They look good. You have me excited. Also, just man, I really do love the Cerebran transformation. Like the outfits, they're so
hmm
good, and seeing them in more colors is sick. Also, Kijino is dead, sort
Yeah,
of.
Kijino got trapped into that pocket dimension now.
Again.
So yeah. Well, no. Not again. But this time he's getting sent there. Like it was sorry, it was Taro that was in there last time. No,
Didn't they both die? I don't remember now because I thought they went in to get Taro,
yeah.
but Kijino was already in there as well, and that's why they used them to fly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Because
that's what it
I
was.
think that was also during like the first time he became a Hitotsuki. He got cleansed.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, and after that, like this next episode the preview is like, what is gonna go on? Like some crazy stuff's happening with
Yeah,
with Taro again.
we just
But
see
like
Taro going golden. We see him like without the helmet on, but with the suit.
yeah,
Apparently,
we're getting a helmetless scene, but yeah, I mean, like we're gonna see. Is it all like? Is it just gonna be his dream while he's inside the forest?
I don't
Because
know.
that's another
Yeah,
thing too.
and then you see him transform into like a bestial. I mean, it says a climax to the story between man and beast, a Natsumi's night's dream. which
That's a really good
yeah, because
title.
that's a Midsummer's Night Dream, right?
Hmm.
Which
Yeah. Man.
again, it's a whole thing on dreams and things being mixed up. We might actually see our three servants team up with the Dawn Brothers for like a final thing. We have no
Yeah.
idea.
Exactly. Like that. Like that's the problem with this show. Sometimes, like you literally don't know what's coming next.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
oh my god, it's like I'm so curious as to what's going on, like what the truth is behind like the well, more actually no, wait, no okay, so let's get a recap. So we basically did confirm that all of Jiro's friends are fake. We confirmed who the Penguin Jamato is. We found out
You,
what
you,
he is after.
you said Jamato instead of judo.
Yeah, exactly. And then now we have what's it called? And but now the question is, what's the point of having Sonoshi, Sonogo, and Sonoroku now? And are they even going to explain? Are they even going to explain how Kuwagata was there? And I guess seriously, Kaido. When are they going to answer if Kaido is like? Are they really going to finally throw us a bone if Kaido is the same Kaido from the from Zenkaiger, or if it's something spoiler from Zenkaiger? Okay, so pretty much just a spoiler for Zenkaiger is just that technically in the final episode there are two Kaitos.
Hmm.
Yeah, like it's a big thing. It's like, yeah, there's basically like, you know, two people that look like Kaito, and everyone's still wondering who it is, and it's like just one of those prevailing mysteries that everyone's like, you know, just wondering about, which kind of makes me laugh about it, because like, you know, we like anyone that watches Zenkaiger is like, okay, cool,
Guess the show's over.
please explain us. Yeah, it's like, please explain to us why he's in this show now, and we have
Yeah.
not gotten a single answer
Yeah.
since. Yes. Oh man, there yeah, to I like that's the thing. We can't even we literally cannot guess what's gonna happen. We literally cannot. Like right now, all we could guess is that the next episode's gonna be a dream, considering the title of the episode and, you know, the just everything they're saying about it.
I mean, it could be a dream. The other big thing with what's it called? With a Midsummer's Night Dream, it's the fact that like it's a mix-up. So someone, people fall in love with the wrong people, so it could have something to do with that.
Mm.
But that's not a thing. We just don't know enough. And I'm gonna be honest. Every time that we think we know anything about Donbrothers, I feel like
LOL, no.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But man, like we're getting so much stuff answered, but at the same time they're like still asking questions. Like how are you able to write a story this way? Just keep us guessing till the end and still make it enjoyable.
It,
Like
yeah,
there, maybe there's like one or two, like maybe there's like, you know, 3 or 4 episodes that, you know, are just standard like Super Sentai fare, but no, like this entire season has just been, okay, cool, we're doing all this stuff, and I guess all the Super Sentai stuff is just an obligation that I'm just gonna throw in every episode. Like that's the funniest thing to me, like production wise about this. But this story is really good, but at the same time it is exhausting to follow.
yeah. It is. It is a lot. It is a lot. That is for sure.
Oh man, I'm really curious as to what we're gonna get next. Like I'm so excited. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I don't. It's one of the things where like, man, it is. It's hard. I don't even know.
yeah,
I can't. Trying to predict this show is. I'll have theories and I'll say my theories, but at the same time, I'm like, I just assume I'm completely wrong and that I know nothing.
exactly, exactly. Like please give us like just answer questions concretely and without asking any more, so I can relax. But I think the reason why we're really feeling this way is because there's 5 episodes left, and we know they're gonna answer a lot of those questions. But at the same time, like they just keep introducing more.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're getting like a small amount of relief, but no, that tension is there. We're like,
Yep.
yeah, and also the other thing too is that, like, despite this being episode 45, it feels like a penultimate finale since Kijino's down and Taro's trapped in the forest. So yeah, like what's next?
I
What's
wonder
next?
I wonder if maybe maybe they'll do something where it will be like a finale kind of thing, and then it'll be like we'll get like a couple episodes of like afterwards like wrap up. But
That actually might happen, considering the fact that, like I've said, like this is a story, essentially technically about Haruka. So you
yeah,
know
yeah.
like it might wrap up like everyone else's stories except Haruka's, because, and after that, like, oh, that's right, yeah, we still have more stuff about the manga. We still need to find out more about the manga. It's so
So much is
it's intense.
happening.
Yeah.
So much is
Oh
happening.
man, there's just a lot. And after that, like, yeah, like it's all I can think of. Like, it's so dense that, like, I like pretty much, like, you were joking around about this, but like the show has slowly, like, our podcast is slowly being taken over by Dawn Brothers.
Our podcast basically has yeah, that look, it's we are a tokusatsu podcast technically. Don't no one even remembers the fact that I think like the first 7 or 8 episodes were just Geats because we were a Geats podcast. Those days are over. We're just tokusatsu in general.
Yeah, it's
Uh
so good. It's so much fun.
yeah, but with that we are wrapping up our half hour. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We appreciate everyone as always. Oh, it's been a bit since again. Any theories? Leave them at the half hour henshin email or DM us on Twitter at half hour henshin. And thank you for listening. Azure, thank you for being here as always. We will see you next time.
Later.
This program is brought to you by.
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.